Hi everyone. I hope everyone's having a great Friday. Alrighty, sorry. I hope everyone's having a great Friday. The weekend's finally here. Yay. Thank you for joining me today. We are doing, my hair's all over the place. We are doing these. Hey Rita, how are ya? I hope you're doing good today. We are going to make these cute little witch hat sitters. It's a shelf sitter and it'll sit by itself. I'm gonna do the medium size. Hey Robin, how are you? We're doing these cute little witch hat shelf sitters today. There's 3 different sizes. This is the small. The small measures 3.5 inches from top to bottom. Hey Jana, how are you? Welcome. We're doing these cute little hats. You've got one of these coming as well, Jana. But I'm showing everyone how I'm gonna put my little take on it today. Again, this is the 3.5 inch from top to bottom. This is the small, 3.5 inches. This is the medium. The medium measures 4.5 inches. And then this is the large. This is the large witch hat. Hey Jennifer, how are you? Welcome. Thank you. I can't wait to see how you do yours. I still need a picture of those apples, Jana. I want to see how you did them. Thanks, Rita. And then this is the large. The large measures 5.5 inches from top to bottom as well. They all do come with 3 tags, depending on what you want it to say. You can use one or all or none or whatever you want to do. The first one says something wicked. Second one says you are under my spell. And the third one says witching hour. So we're going to do those as well. I'm going to do the medium size today, which again is the 4.5 inch. Let me put these off to the side. I do want to do a purple today. I picked out 2 different purples for you that I like. The first one is by the Anitas. This is the eggplant. And then if you want a little bit lighter one, this is the Deco Art Americana. And this is called Purple Cow. I'm going to go with the light one today. And then I'm going to do the larger one on my own in the darker one, so you can see the 2 different color purples there. So we have, this is going to, each of these 3 pieces that go together, they each measure 1/4 of an inch. So you put them all together at the end, and then it'll be 3/4 of an inch, and it stands on its own. So you have the 2 hat pieces and then the brim, which makes the 3rd piece here. And then we have the little spider web that goes on here. Hey Joe, how are you? And then we have the little spider. So, and then the tag, of course. So I think we're gonna go with something wicked. I think we're gonna do on this medium one. So I'll put the other ones off to the side. So the first thing we're gonna do is I'm just going to paint it would be the top hat. The top hat section. Hey Paulette, welcome. And we're gonna do that in the purple. And I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna do the medium purple, which again is the Deco Art Americana Purple Cow. How's everyone doing today? Are they gonna have a good weekend? Yes, yes, for sure, right? So you can sponge this on. I do like to use a regular paintbrush for this though, and I will work it so, hey Jamie, welcome. I'll work it from the center out because I don't want to get a lot on my edges, so I want as least paint as possible coming to those edges. Because I don't want it to go over, but if it does go over, that's okay. I'm going to show you how we finish off the edges anyhow. And you don't need to go all the way down because this brim is going to cover anyhow, so you don't need to go all the way down. And again, I work from the center and I go towards the edge. We're gonna give that one quick coat. You'll be making fake chocolate cake. Oh, Rita, I can't wait to see. Janine was on this morning at 8 o'clock from the bakery. She made some key lime cups. They look delicious. My husband loves key lime. He was jealous this morning. He's like, do you think you can make those? I'm like, yeah, no. Nope. You can drive to Savannah and go get them from Janine because, yeah, I'm not making it. I don't think I can. They look delicious, though. But his weakness. Hey, Ginger, how are you? How's Pigeon Forge? Hope you're having a good time there. We miss not being there. So again, you take this from the center out. And if you get any on the edges, that's really okay. I'll show you how to fix that. Yeah, I miss all of yous. We'll see you again soon, though. Your tables came out really cute at the circus appreciation dinner. I love those light things you did. So again, you don't have to go all the way down because that brim's going to be on there. So we'll put this over here and let me get some white paint. Now the brim itself has these scored webs in there for the brim. So I'm going to show you what to do with that with the white. I'm going to take another brush and I want to get this one. You're going to get the white and you're going to actually get quite a bit on there. Oh, thank you. I'm glad everyone liked it. Thanks for getting them from me. And you kind of want to push the white in here so it gets in the crevices with the scored. So again, I'll go in the center and kind of go out, but you want to kind of get that on there, and it is going to be a little heavy. But make sure you kind of push down so you do get it in the scored marks there. You're trying to cover all those with the white. And again, you can do it a couple times as well. So does anyone have any big plans besides Ginger this weekend? She has Shriners Parade. I don't know about you guys, but we had terrible weather here again yesterday. We had a tree come down a couple days ago in the yard from the other storm we had that came through. It fell on the neighbor's fence, which is not a good thing, but act of God, you know, you can never tell what nature's going to provide or what's going to happen. Hey Cindy, welcome. Thanks for joining. We're doing a witch's hat today. And I do have a shoe, a witch's shoe as well that I'm going to get out there. I do have the blanks for these listed on my Etsy shop, Kim's Gifts Decor, .etsy.com. You want to pull it up on Etsy. And I do have all the sizes listed, the small, the medium, and the large. I have a lot of new projects that I'm cutting and I'm doing for y'all to see. But I couldn't decide if I wanted that dark purple or the light purple, so I figured I'd go with the light purple. I can talk today. The light purple, and then I'm going to do the large one in the dark purple as well. And I can't wait to see what kind of spin Jana puts on hers. She's got one coming in the mail as well. Use this brush, get it in a little better. see that brush sitting there at first. That's the one I was looking for. Makes it so much easier. So if you did not see, again, Janine was on at 8 o'clock this morning from the bakery. GA Morning Glories for Georgia. GA Morning Glories. Go on and watch her. And she did her baking. And she's supposed to go on tonight again at 6 o'clock. At 3 o'clock, Elizabeth's going to be on crafting, making something. Fancy Pants Creations. And then we are all sharing everything on the live sales and crafting down south page. So make sure you check that out as well. And then if you could sprinkle this, my business page and everyone else's, we'd all appreciate it. Thank you. All right, I think I've got it in all the squirts there. And if you don't get every single one, that's okay. Let me get a baby wipe here. Hey, Carrie, welcome. And we've got the 3 of us this week, and hopefully we have a couple more people that'll be on next week. And then I'm just going to lightly wipe the excess off the top here, leaving it in the scored marks. Let that dry so we can do our next step with that. And then meanwhile, let me hit this with my heat tool real quick so it dries a little so I can put a second coat on it. I'm sorry. I'm doing well, doing well. Glad you're here. Sorry about that. So let's put a second coat of purple on this guy from the center out again. Can y'all see? Let me pull you down a little more. Hopefully the storms stay away for a bit. Almost got it in the white there. Thank you, Jana. Jana, I got your mini bow maker. I got to show everybody. Where is it? I got it in the mail yesterday. The Bow Buddy, the mini Bow Buddy. I can't wait to use this. I have to watch your tutorial. Jana has a tutorial on how to make the bows. The bird. Oh, these guys. Yeah, Janine did a haunted house with these as well. There's this one. They were on clearance at Michael's. They were regular $9.99 and they were on clearance for $3 a piece. $3 a piece. And then there's the one with the ladder. But yeah, if you go to Michael's, check it out and see if you've got those there. Knocking everything down. Spying behind me, Jana? You looking for secrets? Hi, Dawn. Thank you for joining me. I'm going to give you a call when I'm done here. I was a little crazy today. I know your kids are in school. I'm not nearly as crazy as you are. You've got all 4 of them going to different schools. God bless you. All right, there's the second coat on that. Put this on the side. Next, we're going to do our spider web. Our spider web and our spider. Let's put some double-sided tape down for these guys. Hey, Elizabeth, how are you? Welcome. And we're going to do this guy in black. And I forgot my black. Hang on one second. Let me grab my black. You can spy in back of me what's all of that thing. I got plaster of Paris. I got everything. Sorry about that. Thought I had everything. Problem crafting in 20 different rooms. Oh, thank you for sprinkling. I really appreciate it. So here's the black. always forget something. Always. Can't wait to see what you're doing, Elizabeth. That's at 3 o'clock our time. Oh no, Jana, Jamie can't. She had to tie the bow off. I can't wait to go see the tutorial and do it again as well. Actually, I want to do this with a sponge. I don't want it with that anyhow. And I will do 2 coats of the black. I just like the way that is. It doesn't always cover the first time for me. So I will do 2 coats of black on that. You're not sure yet, Elizabeth? I can't wait to see. So again, Elizabeth with Fancy Pants Creations is on at 3 o'clock. And then I guess Janine's going back on with GA Morning Glories today about 6 o'clock. So I don't know what she's doing either, but can't wait to see. She always makes me so hungry with all that bakery stuff she's got. And then I am going to do the tag as well. Now, the Something Wicked, it is etched in here. So there's the black on the bottom, and you're not going to want to cover that black up. You're going to kind of want to keep it. So you're going to lightly go over the top of it with the white. So I kind of dab some of this white off. And then just kind of dab it. So if you lightly go over the top of it, you can see, let me show you here, the black stays in there. So just lightly go over that, and then we're gonna let it sit here a little bit to dry, and I'll give it a second coat. And then if you do get some inside that black, just take a pointy tool, a toothpick. I've got my Cricut tool or a scribe. Jana sold some really cute scribes and pens. If you got one of those, you can use that. You can use a toothpick, anything sharp, and you can just go over it real quick and get the paint out if you do get that in there. Let me go over this real quick. What else did you write, Jamie? Let me see. I finally had to put it on the side. Oh no! Let me know if you figure it out. You're driving. Don't be getting in no accident, Elizabeth. So let's give a second coat on this spider web and the spider here, the little spider here. And again, you just kind of dab it off so you don't have a lot on there. And then just kind of go over the top of it. And I definitely like the way 2 coats look on here. Sometimes you might need a third. We'll see how it is when it dries, but I definitely like the 2 coats on there. And this does go fairly quick. These pieces, the shelf sitters and all that, they do go really quick. So it's a fun project to do. We'll do that, and then we'll do a little bit of the white again. The white, I definitely need 3 coats on. Sometimes I even do 4, depending how I want it. I don't want it a stark white though, only because I still want it to look a little weathered or wooden, rustic. So we'll let that sit there for a minute. So this purple looks good. 2 coats look good like on there for me. And then I'm going to take the brim with the purple now, and I'm going to use a sponge as well. I'm done with the black here. So when you're done with it, don't throw these out. All you have to do is cut the sponge, and then you can use it again a couple times. So we're going to use the purple on here, dab it off, and the same thing, just like the white, we're going to go over this, and then you'll be able to see where you can see the spider web underneath with that white. And you can see the white now, you can see the spider web is white under there instead of being that black or that brown from scoring it with the machine. Well, that was good. I just put white on there. That wasn't good, Kim. Hey, Martha, how are you? Welcome. Thanks for joining. You can leave the etching, the scoring on there underneath. You can leave it black if you want to. That's perfectly fine as well. It's a matter of just how you want it and what you like, but you can see how it comes up white like that. So we'll let that dry a little bit there. Now I am going to take some of this purple and lightly with barely nothing, go over this white a little bit on this tag, just to give it, pick up a little bit of purple on here. So it's not all that white and ties in with the purple some. Just like that. Let me show you how that is. And then you can see you've got that etching underneath, which is all black. You've got the white, and then you've got just a little highlight of purple there. Now, I'm going to highlight the edges of my spider web here. A lot of people use a angled brush like this, and what you would do is you would dip it in the water, and then you would dip it in the white paint, just on that tip right here, and then go back and forth and get most of it off, and then go along the edge here like this. But me, I have an issue with that all the time. Just doesn't work right for me. So I find it best if I go in, which is easy for me to do. If you make a mistake, just wipe it off with a a wet wipe, and comes right off. Hello, Elisa, welcome. And then what I like to do, it's easiest for me to highlight the edges, is take a baby wipe, get the edge here, get most of it off, and then I take it and I just go along the edge like this and just give it a quick little highlight. The brush and me don't get along, and I try. So I find this easiest for me. And then if you get too much on, you can go and take a little more off. And the way I'm gonna do it is it's gonna sit on the hat like this, and then the moon is like shining down on it. So I'm not gonna do all the edges, I'm just gonna kind of do the one side. So like the moon coming down on it here. And then I'm gonna get the spider as well on the edges, on the top, and then on his legs. Yeah, I just can't do the brush. I can't. So I find this the easiest, Jana. And it works well for me. It blends, it gives it the little highlight that I need. I try. It's just not my thing. Everybody has what they can do and what they can't do, or works for them, doesn't work for them, and this is what works for me. And I get the same effect, so it all works out. 20 ways to skin a cat. My husband hates that, but there is. Once you learn the basics, you know, you can apply it and to achieve the same look. There's many different ways. There's no right way, there's no wrong way. It's what works for you. Hey, Janine, welcome. Thank you for sprinkling. I know you're at work. It's hard. We all understand. Alexa's beeping in there, giving me a notification. So here's my little spider, and I did the top of him, and then the little legs coming down. And then I'm going to do a little bit more on my spider web here. What you making now, Janine? Did you do those peach pound cakes? Thank you. And then I am going to take the brim and go around the edge of the brim as well and get some highlights all the way around with the white on this. Pound cakes, the peach. Yummy, yummy. You make me so hungry. Harley asked if I was gonna go get some of the, if I could make the mousse, key lime mousse things you made today, the cups. I said, no, you're gonna have to drive down to Savannah and go get them because I'm not making them. You dry brush better than you paint, Ginger? Yeah, I like dry brushing. I don't like highlighting. Dry brushing, much better for me too. I agree with you there. And I love these chunky pieces. If you saw me a couple weeks ago, probably, geez, oh, maybe a month ago almost, I did the chunky apples. Those were the second thing I did. I did the stars for 4th of July, and then I did the chunky apples, and I just love them. I'm hooked with all this chunky stuff. So that just kind of highlighted the brim there, and you can see the white underneath. And then I'm going to do around the hat as well. No, I can't, Janine. No, mm-mm. But see how it just, with the baby wipe, and it highlights the edges perfect for me. For some reason, I can do it this way. It works, right? And again, around that corner, I got too much. You can see I got too much right around here. And you can just take the other side of the baby wipe and just kind of wipe some off. And then it comes right off. Mistakes are real easy to fix. Just do it right away. Thanks, Janine. I told Harley to drive out to Savannah and go visit you and get the key lime stuff. And then there we go. Highlighted all around the edges. Now I do like to finish off the back, only because if you're selling it or if you're putting it on a tiered tray, I just like it when the back is finished off as well. So what I will do, and see how my edges, I've got it all on the edges. I'm going to show you how to clean that up as well, so don't stress over that. That's not a big deal. So I like to finish my backs, the backs of them, like I said, just so if you have it on a tiered tray, standing, or on a shelf, or if you give it as a gift, you're home all week. Here, come on down, you're home all weekend. Yeah, okay. He could go to Keller's Flea Market and we could craft. So this is the burnt umber. Any burnt umber is fine. This happens to be the folk art, but any burnt umber is fine. So I'll just use that same baby wipe. I will put it in that burnt umber. Let me get our paintbrushes in the water. And then I just finish the back with the baby wipe method and finish it off to look wooden. You don't have to make sure you get it in all the crevices and the creases of the wood grain, only because there's many different wood grains and they all look different. So you don't need to stress about getting it completely flat and filled in, and as long as it looks pretty even, you're good. I will put a second coat on this because there's some heavy in some spots, lighter in another, so I want it to kind of look uniform. So there we go. There's the back side of it. And then I am gonna take this burnt umber and I'm just gonna go over the tag a little bit on the edges just to have a little rustic finished antique-y look to it on the edges with that purple that we put on there. And then there we go. You have the white with some purple on there and then the brown edges like that. Now I do want to get rid of that one, get a new one. I'm gonna give my spider some eyes. We are not taking a ride down there. Thank you though, Janine. He has work to do this weekend. So now I'm going to give my spider some eyes. And last one I did, make sure your legs are pointing down. See how his legs point down? Last time I did his eyes upside down. Silly me. But yeah. And the easiest way I find to do this is with a toothbrush. Or not a toothbrush, a toothpick. Oh man, maybe another weekend. Not this weekend. We're busy this weekend. Can't do it. A toothpick is super, or you could do a scribe. You could do the little tools. I don't know what the name of that is. Help me, Jana. I don't remember what the name of that is. But I find a toothpick is the best. Kind of put it in the white and then give them one eye. And then the second eye. And then you just want teeny tiny eyes. So I did his little eyes there. Next, I want to do some splatters. So let me set up a little barrier here. I'm going to splatter a little bit of white dots on the hat itself. Let me get this stuff out of the way. I don't want splatters on. The brim a little bit, and the spider web. So these three things, I'm going to get some splatters. A little bit of splatters on, so let me set this up here because it will go all over. Get a paint bottle here. And then I just take a brush that is a little pointy, get it wet, put it in some white paint, so it's real thin. Poker. Yeah, poker. Thanks, Janine. Couldn't think of the word. Could not think of the word for the life of me. And then you just take it on your finger and you just kind of splatter. And I set up a barrier because it goes all over. It does not go where you want it to. And just make sure it's real thin. And then, like I said, just hit the side of your finger like this. And there's many ways to do this. You can do splatter, you don't have to do splatter. I was kicking around the idea of spraying it with glitter. I don't know if you saw the witch cauldron that I did. And if it's not splattering right for you, it's probably not thin enough. So use a little bit more water. And I'll show you here. I had to put that barrier up. I'm sorry. I just didn't want it all over. But just a little bit to give it some dots on here. Do that. All done. So I'll show you this. And there's a lot of different ways to do this as well. You can do it with a paintbrush. You can do it with a toothbrush. You can do it with a lot of different things. So that just gave it some splatter dots on that, a few little splatter dots on the brim, and then just a couple of them on the spider web here. Now you can, my next one, I believe I'm going to do it with the glitter from the Krylon, the Glitter Blast, and I'll show you the, I did the witch cauldron. The witch cauldron itself, see the sparkle on there with the glitter? That was done with the Krylon Glitter Blast, and I got this at Hobby Lobby. It was $8.99 at Hobby Lobby, and then, like I said, I took it outside and I glittered the cauldron. So you can do that as well as an option, and I am going to do that on the large one with the dark one as well, so you'll see that. Let me just dry these splatters a little bit here. And I didn't go crazy. I just gave a few just to detail it a little bit. So next, we're going to clean up these edges that I had talked about, that I had gone over the edge. So because I have the black, you can either do brown or black. And I am going to do black because the spider web in this spider is black. So I'm going to fix my edges with the black. What is your favorite? The spider or the hat or the poker? What's your favorite, Janine? The key lime mousse. So you can use a Sharpie. You can use a Posco marker. You can use a Craft Smart. You can use a regular Sharpie. The cauldron. You like the cauldron? I like the cauldron too. You can use a regular... Any black, furniture markers, anything will work. And this is brand new, so let's get it going. Paint's coming down, it's coming down. So then you just kind of take the marker and go right along the edges to clean up any overage that you have and make it real neat. And this I have a little bit of overage on from doing the highlighting. With the baby wipe, I always seem to get it over the edge a little bit, but that works best for me anyhow. Like I said, I've got some of the splatters that go over the edge. So we're just going to clean all these up. And then You just have to decide if you want to do black or brown. Like the apples, because I have brown on the apples that I did the edges, I cleaned it up with brown, so it all kind of looked brown, where I thought black would have just made it stood out and look a little funny. So I did the brown on the apples, where I'm doing black on the edges of this. Even though I have the back brown here, the black goes with all the rest of it. So I am doing all the edges in the black for the witch's hat. And it goes really quick, but it does make a big difference. Just kind of makes it all finished off and real neat. And then leave this out, because sometimes when you do put them together and glue them together, you'll see a little bit of the wood from underneath, so you want to go over that again as well. So see the edges here? It is harder afterwards, although I do sometimes, most of the time, go over it after I glue them together, Jamie, only because sometimes I will see some of the wood popping through when you put the three pieces together. But you are right, it is so much easier before you glue it together. And you're talking like from experience. So what did you make, Jamie? You found what you needed. Awesome, Elizabeth. I can't wait to see what you got. I hate when you have an idea and you want to do something and you cannot find what you're looking for. So see the difference on how that cleaned up, and it looks just looks so much neater. And the highlighting always comes, when I highlight the edges, it always seems to come over. So, and you don't need anything expensive. You don't have to go out and get the Posco or anything like that. I mean, go to the Dollar Tree, pick up a Sharpie, a permanent marker. I mean, anything. Just don't go too much close to the top, to the edge, because sometimes it will run over back onto the top and you might have to touch it up a little bit. So, Robin's Haunted Houses. I have to check those out. I want to see them. She has them in the 3 layers like this too. Hey Jean, welcome. Thanks for joining us. We're doing the witch's hat today. So our Robin's Haunted Houses, are they 3 layers or 1 layer? Which are they? You should show pictures of them. Jamie, we'd all love to see them. And then the tag. 4 layers. Wow. Awesome. I'm definitely going to check them out. There's enough to go around. Everybody has cute stuff. I try to see what everybody has, so I don't do what they have, because there's really enough out there and there's no need to step on people's toes like that. None at all. And then I did a little bit, went over on that hat right there in the corner, so I am just going to touch it up with a small paintbrush on that purple. So I said, be careful when you are doing the edge, not to go too far over, because that will happen. I just sealed them this morning. You sealed them this morning with the 2 times cleared spray. Awesome. You'll have to show us. There. I'm gonna have to go check as soon as I leave here. It's so interesting. I want to see the haunted houses. Let's dry this where I just touched this up. And now we're going to put it together. So we have our back finished. That'll be our back. We're going to put the orange one, not the orange, the purple one right on top of it. And there's many different things you can use for glue. Anything rapid. This is the Rapid Dry by Aleene's. This is the Loctite Super Glue. There's many different glues you can use. You just kind of want it to be fast setting. And mainly thick, not real thin. So I'm putting the glue on here. And then I don't want it to ooze out, so what I do is I take it and I put it on the paper first so it's not over, so it's not oozing out anywhere and I have too much. And then the other thing is I stand this up to line it up, seeing as how it is going to be a shelf sitter. And then I press it down once it's lined up. But I do stand it up first and line it up because it is going to be a shelf sitter standing up. Hey Sam, welcome. You can pin it anywhere in on my page, and I'm going to share this in the live sales and crafting down south. You can put pictures in there as well of things you make. We all love to see it. And then the brim as well. We're gonna put the glue on. Hey Holly, welcome. Love seeing all your cutters today, Sam. I hope you're resting after the theater was done. And then again, I'm going to get the excess off and then put it on here. Stand it up so it's right, line it up, and then press it down. And again, you do want it fast setting and thicker so that it does set up pretty fast. And as you can see then with the 3 layers, they do kind of just stand up. You just got up from your nap. I wish I could take a nap. Doesn't work that way though. And then see how a little bit of the brown did come through. Again, you can just take this marker real quick, and I did say that does happen sometimes, and then just go over that wood a little bit. But Jamie is right. It is so much easier if you do it before and then just touch up these little pieces that show through. And then there you go. And then the bottom, and then see how you can see some of the wood pieces, putting it together on the side. And just go real quick with the black. And again, I like the black with this because of the black accents. Even though the back of it is brown, I still think it should be black on the sides. And then there you go. And then next is the spider web. Now you can either put it straight on, or you can hang it off. You can do whatever you want, but I am going to put it straight on the way it belongs. like this. Oh, you're welcome. We all learn tips and tricks from each other. It helps. How is your X tool coming? Did you get your wood cut yet? And then take the excess off. And then line up the spider web. Thank you, Sam. And then there's the spider web. I want to see it, Elizabeth. I want to see it. And then we've got the spider. I'm going to put him over here. You could put them here. You could put them up here if you wanted. You can, hi Nancy, welcome. We're doing the witch's hat today. You can put them there, you can put them there, you can put them anywhere you want to. And then we have the tag. There is a small hole in the tag. So for me, I'm gonna show you a little trick if you're doing your ribbon that worked for me. I took the floral wire. I took a piece, a long piece, I bent it in half, and then I put it through the hole, open the end of it, and then I put my ribbon in there to pull through. So let's get some ribbon here. I do like to put the baker's twine in here. I have that purple. I have a couple different purples and blacks. There we go. I do like to add some lace in it. So I'll cut a small piece of lace. I'm gonna cut a darker purple here. I always use the black. I want to tie some black in with it as well. This is my go-to. I love this. If anybody watches me, they know I always use this. The black with the white on it here. And I'll throw one of these lighter ones in as well. So again, if you want to bunch that up and take that through there, you could. I am doing this a little bit different though today. I'm going to tie the purple baker's twine on here. Then I am going to stack all my ribbon, put it on here, and then tie a knot in the baker's twine. If my fingers will work today. And if you don't get glue all over them. And then a knot with that. So we have this here. And then I'll take the edges and I will trim them off. Hey, Joanne, welcome. And then I go kind of short, but I kind of stagger it out in length as I go out as well. I'll cut them off to an angle. And then the other side. So we've got the tag here, and then we're gonna put it on here. You can either put it on the spider web. You can put it on the spider web here. You can put it on the hat. You can put it here. You can put it up top, anywhere you want to. I'm going to put it on the spider web coming off right here. So thank you everyone for sprinkling. That sprinkled for me. I appreciate it. I will post pictures of the large one that I do in the darker color as well. And then I am going to glitter that one so you can see the difference, like the cauldron, to see the different effects on that as well. So, and then here we go. Here's our finished hat, and it says Something Wicked with the little bow and the spider web. And then again, if you're interested in these, they are in my Etsy shop. And you can use Happy 10 and you can get a discount for 10% off in my shop. And then I do have the Witch's high heel that'll match this, that I'll get out there, and I will do that as well. Hey Kay, welcome. We just finished up the Witch's hat. Again, this is the medium size one, the 4.5 inches. There is a small one at 3.5 inches and a large one at 5.5 inches. So perfect timing. I think someone's at my door, but I hope everyone has a great weekend. If you did not see it, you can go back and watch the replay. I will post it on YouTube, and it will also go on live sales and crafting down south. Thanks, Elizabeth. Everyone catch Elizabeth at 3 o'clock Eastern time on Fancy Pants Creations. And Janine's going to be out on again tonight at 6 o'clock with GA Morning Glories. So catch us all, and I'll see you probably again before then. Y'all have a great weekend, and thanks for joining me.